As an occupational therapist, I've been traveling for a whole year. If you're new here, my name is Sheila and I'm a travel occupational therapist, and I'm sharing all things travel, life, and the occasional cocktail. So today I'm sharing what I've learned in my first year as a travel occupational therapist. It has its ups and downs, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. There's so many different pros and cons to being an occupational therapist that happens to travel, and it has been a wild ride between moving to different states, getting acquainted with new settings, and working in new cities. It has literally been a life-changing year for me. With adjusting to new work settings, I have truly grown personally and professionally. In this video, I'm sharing a little bit of things that I've learned that can hopefully help you if you're thinking about starting your journey as a travel therapist. Lesson 1, being adaptable is going to be your superpower. So as a travel therapist, you're probably going to be in new settings, learning new processes, workflows, as well as learning new documentation systems, because every facility is different. And I personally have traveled primarily in outpatient settings, and even though I have been in a few different clinics, everywhere is a little bit different. So one thing that I have found is that people are so much more responsive to you when you're adaptable and flexible. Over the year, I have been in San Diego and I've now been in Boston, and I've been in Boston for about 6 months now, which I cannot believe that I've been here that long. But I have had the experience in which the staff that I have worked with in both facilities have been super welcoming and super helpful during my time at their facilities. In every contract, every facility has its own vibe. So being able to adapt and be able to flex and adapt to the environment is only something that I have found that has helped me tremendously. And once you're the traveler, people already they expect you to hit the ground running. So one thing that I have learned is that I have really had to show that I am an asset to the team, and being adaptable with learning new electronic medical records, learning new workflows, learning new EMRs. That has really helped in being able to say that I've earned my place at a facility. And as I look back on my year as a traveler, I am really proud that I've been able to adapt pretty quickly in different settings, and I have really grown professionally. And honestly, I'm really proud of how I've handled being able to be in a new city, meet different colleagues, and being able to adapt. And let me tell you, being adaptable has saved me more than once. My travel agency, I have really had to be adaptable with them as well. So many moving pieces, especially when it comes to compliances or making sure that you finish the requirements prior to your assignment. And being able to adapt has really helped in keeping my sanity, for one, and 2, making sure that I'm delivering the best care to my patients, but also not neglecting my own mental health. Number 2, what I've learned as a travel OT is it's so important for you to speak up. Many times we think of advocacy, how it relates to our patients and how we advocate for their needs, but especially when you are in different settings and you're in new workplaces, you really have to speak up for yourself. There's been times, especially here in Boston, where I have recognized I needed some support. So you have to really advocate if there's something that you're not getting that you need, because ultimately you want to succeed in a facility, and no one can help you until you are able to communicate your needs and what it is that you are expecting. I have learned a lot about myself during this year, one of which is that I would say, I don't want to say scared, but I was definitely hesitant at first to ask about the things that I needed or needing some clarification, whether it be about a contract or some kind of process. So really advocating for yourself, and it's totally okay to say I don't know something, because I feel like especially here in Boston. I'm somewhere, it's a renowned hospital, one of the best in the country. And I really psyched myself out. I was like, I have this specialty, I have this experience, I should know X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, you don't know everything. And it's okay to communicate, hey, can you clarify this for me? Can we go over this in detail? And I had a specific instance in which I needed more support, and the staff really helped, supported me in a way that I'm still delivering excellent care. Being confident and being able to communicate your needs and boundaries is going to take you a long way in terms of being able to be more comfortable in a setting, and also making sure that you're getting everything that you need out of the experience. Whether it's time off, if it's clarification about a protocol, there are many times where I'm recognizing that, truthfully, no one's going to advocate for you if not yourself, and also closed mouths absolutely don't get fed. Number 3, don't do it alone. So community absolutely matters. It's so exciting to be in a new city and exploring, but ultimately I'm someone that I feel like I'm pretty comfortable being alone and doing things on my own, but you can't do it all on your own. That's why when you're looking for a recruiter, you need to find someone who is going to advocate for you and really be a partner of sorts. And there are also times when being in a new city can be very lonely. And even as someone as myself who loves my alone time, that was part of the reason why I ended up in Boston, because I needed to be closer to my family and closer to my friends that are on the East Coast. Another thing that I found to be helpful is whenever I'm in a new city, my friends come out to see me, or I have family that comes to see me. And that's always so helpful, because I know, not so much in Boston, but in San Diego, it was pretty easy for me to meet friends and start to develop a community. And I really feel like that made all the difference in my work-life balance. And the travel therapy community is amazing. There are just so many resources that are out there, but I found it so helpful to use social media. I have met other therapists, whether it's speech therapists, PTs, and OTs. I've met them maybe because I've shared content online, and I've met up with them in person. And even there are travel therapist groups online, particularly on Facebook. If there's someone that can review a contract for me or a pay package, I've even had friends do that for me because they have experience. I'm traveling as well. So there's been so many times in which it has been so helpful to have a community that can support you. Even when you're in a new city, it's great to meet new people. However, at least for myself, it's just something about being around people that I know and love and that I'm familiar with, rather than you're still filling out new people and you're going to events to meet people, which isn't a bad thing, but there's just some comfort in knowing that this is my friend that knows me and I don't have to watch myself, or it's like building a new relationship. So that can be fun in a way, but it's also nice to know that you have a community that can support you, whether that's as it relates strictly to travel or even just meeting those social and emotional needs. So if you're thinking about traveling, I highly recommend having a support system, whether that's online or in person, and it may look different for you, but I have found meeting new people, and for me in Boston, some of the people that I hang out with, I've met them through Yelp. So I'm a Yelp elite, and I was going to some of the events here in Boston, and that's how I met some people. I know also in San Diego, that was actually kind of fun. I met a great group of friends. It was one person I met on Bumble BFF, and she ended up finding me on Instagram because I don't really check Bumble, to tell you the truth, but she reached out to me and she's like, hey, there's a group of us getting together, and that ended up being a group of about 5 of us that ended up hanging out regularly, and that was so much fun. And some of them were travel nurses, so it was really helpful to just have a community of people that are also picking up and moving pretty regularly. Damn, I just realized I don't have my damn microphone on. The 4th lesson is to be mindful of your money. Everyone knows that as a travel healthcare provider, you are making a lot of money, and in some cases, substantially more than what you would be making as a staff therapist. I have learned how to be smart about my money. I am combing through my benefits to see what exactly I am entitled to, and I'm following up, and because I didn't really understand it in San Diego, so some of my benefits ended up lapsing. So know when it is your benefits will be terminated. Is it the day of the end of your contract? Are they extended past that? This is stuff you want to know. And as it relates to my money, I'm very mindful of how much is coming in and what is going out. It's helping me move forward to my savings and my financial goals. Lastly, I feel like I have grown so much personally and professionally, especially here in Boston. I have been working alongside therapists that between the 2 of them, I believe they have over maybe even 40 years of experience. They treat a certain way based on, proven to be effective for patients, and probably, a culmination of things that I've learned from different continuing education courses. But there's been so many things that I have learned from these therapists, and I just feel like I'm just constantly learning. And I'm just learning like new. I thought I saw everything at my previous position, but there's just so much I just don't know. And I feel like today I'm a better therapist than I was in September. So that's something that's like pretty exciting. And I've had experiences here personally that have been different. Really been an experience in which I have stretched beyond my comfort zone. And I'm someone that moved from one coast to the other on my own. And to know that I can start over in a new city, and I can lean on myself, and I can meet new people, and I'm going to be okay is something that I am just so grateful for. That experience, being able to push myself past my boundaries and be met with challenges and knowing that I'm going to be okay. So, and especially with my faith, it has definitely strengthened my faith, because I recognize that, to be afforded these opportunities, and I have had challenges and I've managed to overcome them. In my first year as a travel OT, and this has been an incredible experience. I don't know how long I'll be traveling for. I will be starting my 3rd travel assignment next week. I'm not even taking any breaks, which I'll let you know if that's a good idea or not. But overall, I have been met with challenges. I've had some highs, I've had some lows during my first year. But if you're someone that's thinking about traveling as a travel nurse or a travel therapist, 100% I say go for it. And I'll be sharing more of my experiences as a travel occupational therapist. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because I'll be sharing more of my experiences. Let me know if you have any questions for me. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click that like button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Here's to year 2 as a travel therapist.